we are going to talk about mechanical engineering. क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हो वो एक मोमेंट जब आपको लगा कि नो आई वांट टू डू मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग?
बचपन से ही चाहता था दैट आई वांट टू बिकम एन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर.
व्हाट वाज योर ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस फॉर 4 years?
See, myself, I didn't have good marks myself, first of all, here, for sure. And it mentioned earlier that mechanical has a lot of scope.
Probably what is that one mistake that students should avoid?
12th से जब आप फर्स्ट ईयर में जाते हो तो आपको लगता है कि ये मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ.
One big myth about mechanical engineering.
That you are a mechanic and you just end up having a garage or repair home appliances.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Brain Boot. Today is a very exciting episode because we are going to talk about mechanical engineering. ये एक ऐसी फील्ड है जिसको लेके स्टूडेंट्स में काफ़ी कंफ्यूजन होता है. क्या मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग एक सस्टेनेबल कोर्स है? क्या मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग बहुत डिफिकल्ट है? क्या मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग अच्छे कोर्स एंड जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज देता है? क्या मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग हमें अच्छे पैसे कमा के देता है? लेट्स बर्स्ट ऑल दीज मिथ्स. आज हमारे साथ है रोहन पाटिल. रोहन ने अपना मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट किया फ्रॉम इंडिया इन 2021, post which he started working as a mechanical technician intern. Later there was a phase in his life when he felt that he should upgrade his skill sets. That was the reason Rohan decided to pursue a master's, and he landed up in UK completing his master's in mechanical engineering in 2024. Post which he also worked as a mechanical technician in a bowling alley in UK. Currently, Rohan works as an automation engineer in India. So if you are a student of class 12, a student pursuing engineering, या parents जो अपने बच्चों के लिए correct career guidance देख रहे हैं, this episode is for you. So let's dive in. Welcome to the Brain Boat, Rohan.
Thank you so much.
Before we start, Rohan, let's do a fun part wherein you tell me one sentence which explains mechanical engineering.
I would put in like this, that it is finding a purpose to put in a motionless materials. Let's say in that way.
So Rohan, can you tell us that क्या आप हमेशा से चाहते थे मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग करना या इट जस्ट हैपेंड बाय फ्लूक?
नहीं, बचपन से ही मुझे मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर बनना था. इट वाज अ चाइल्डहुड ड्रीम फॉर मी.
तो क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हो वो एक मोमेंट जब आपको लगा कि नो आई वांट टू डू मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग?
आई थिंक ये जब मैं घर पे अपने टूल्स के साथ खेलते बैठा था एंड सडनली आई फेल्ट दैट कि आई कुड डू समथिंग और रिपेयर समथिंग, एंड विच गेव मी एन आइडिया दैट कि हाँ, ये टेक्नोलॉजिकल वर्ल्ड जो है, that how it moves and how it drives and makes our life easy. That was a moment that I thought that yes, it would be very efficient कि जब हम ही उसको बना रहे for our purpose only, then I think that was the moment that yes, I should go in that field itself.
That's really perfect. So let's say if a class 12th student is watching this episode today, could you give me that 30-second advice that a student should start thinking if he's looking forward to do mechanical engineering?
So basically you have to look into a quite broad aspect where you have to take many things in consideration. That are you looking for a passion driven thing or money driven thing? And second thing, that mechanical engineer has a very wide scope where there are many sub fields in it. So if you want to specialize any kind of field, let's say कि आपको thermodynamics में जाना है या फिर design में जाना है या फिर process में जाना है या फिर आपको automobile में जाना है, so whatever interest you, जिससे आपको keen hobbies है या फिर उसमें आप passionate हो, so you should go for mechanical engineering in that case, and then you can also develop your skills based on it. So you have your technical skills as well as you have your soft skills, such as communications, then you do have to focus on your problem thinking and making sure that you are a good team player in this currently field.
क्या आप बता सकते हो in nowadays students generally want to opt for computer science
Mhm.
or probably ENTC or
Mhm.
electrical, AI, cybersecurity.
Mhm.
What is that one reason that a student can choose mechanical engineering?
Mhm. To be honest, but when I heard about IT, ENTC and everything, I thought that कि ये तो सिर्फ डेस्क जॉब ही है जिसको आपको हमेशा 9 घंटे आपको लैपटॉप के सामने बैठ के यू जस्ट हैव टू मेक श्योर कि आप उतना कर लीजिए, कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ कीजिए. But keeping aside the fun side, the reason why I chose that I was keen and very let's say कि जिद्दी kind of thing कि मुझे मैकेनिकल ही करना था. And basically whatever people say कि mechanical engineering is declining and everything, that's not true at all. It is evolving, I would say.
That makes sense. So let's say, how would you choose a student who should go for mechanical? Is it like personality based or is it like passion based?
Let's not keep it in some kind of quality based or quantity based. It is that if you are thinking that yes, I can do it, then why not? And let it not only is particularly that it should be mechanical engineering. I'm talking in a general way. Like if you want, you can do computer science or let's say IT or any field like commerce, design, anything. If you feel you can do it, then I would suggest that please go with it and give your best in it.
That's a great point. So, can you also tell us that in mechanical engineering,
Mhm.
what is more important, like theory, maths, practicals?
It is balanced for sure that you will just do theory, and if you don't do practicals, then you won't understand a thing. And if you directly dive in into practical without knowing the base or the foundation of it, then it will collapse on you. So that you have to have a perfect balance. I would not say perfect. It can be more theoretical or more practical in a one point, but to ensure that you have to make sure that you should be keen in both the fields. Like obviously academics is one of parts, then leaving that we have our internships, some exposures, workshops, and some webinars of professors and keen advisors.
Okay, so here brings me to the next question. So, if a student is completing his mechanical engineering, his coursework, so is it important to just score good marks or have other skill sets with the marks? I mean, how do you build your profile?
See, myself, I didn't have good marks myself, first of all, here. But yes, I would say that be more driven into the course which you are looking for. Like I said, mentioned earlier, that mechanical has a lot of scope in it, a lot of sub parts of it. Whenever you have to choose one of it, which makes you more innovative and passionate for it, just focus on that and develop the skills which is related to them.
Okay, amazing. So now let's move to your BTech journey.
Mhm.
So let's say if you were in a college in India,
Mhm.
what was your overall experience for 4 years? I mean, how did you gel in with the college, the curriculum, subject, course, everything?
Mhm. I started my bachelor's in 2017. 2017, when I joined my college, it was very different. एंड जो फर्स्ट ईयर रहता है उसमें एक्चुअली आपको सारे कोर्सेज इन इंजीनियरिंग स्पेशली आपको सारे इंजीनियरिंग के एक ही कोर्स करना पड़ता है. लाइक यू हैव टू डू वन कोर्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर, आपको एक कोर्स ENTC का भी रहता है, सिविल का भी रहता है, केमिकल का भी रहता है. एंड एट दैट स्टेज यू एक्सपीरियंस अ लॉट ऑफ इमोशंस, लाइक बहुत ओवरवेलमिंग रहता है. आप 12th से जब आप फर्स्ट ईयर में जाते हो तो आपको लगता है कि ये मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, किधर आया हूँ, मैंने गलती कर दी क्या ये कोर्स लेके. इंजीनियरिंग लोग बोलते हैं कि कर लो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है, बट इट इज़ ऑब्वियसली वास्ट कोर्स विथ लॉट ऑफ थियरी कंटेंट एंड एवरीथिंग. बट एट द सेम टाइम्स जब आप कॉलेज में हो तब आपके दोस्ती यारी वो सब अलग रहता है. आप उनके साथ भी मिलजुल के रहते हो. यू क्रिएट मोमेंट्स, आपके साथ बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंस भी होते हैं, लाइक लेट्स से स्टूडेंट काउंसिल एंड फेस्टिवल्स एंड एवरीथिंग. एंड यस, ऑल्दो ये एक डरावनी चीज़ रहती है, बट इट्स ओके टू डू इट.
That's great. So, can you now tell me one thing that every student feels that a certain subject might be difficult. तो क्या आपके लिए भी ऐसा सेम था कि कोई सब्जेक्ट लाइक वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू एंड सम वर लाइक सुपर फेवरेट्स?
It's M1 for sure. ट्वेल्थ में जब मैंने इंटीग्रेशन और डिफरेंशियल किया था उसको, सो दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ मैथ्स, ओके। तो उसमें मुझे लगा कि लाइक क्या आई डू गुड, एंड आई वाज कॉन्फिडेंट कि जब मैं इंटीग्रेशन ट्वेल्थ में उसका कंसेप्ट हो ये सब सीखा था, आई वॉज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि हाँ ये मुझे आता है करके। एंड आई नॉट किड यू, द फर्स्ट डे, एट द फर्स्ट डे व्हेन आई जॉइंड, so I was actually 2 days late to my college. So when my first day and first lecture was calculus, which is also known as math 1 m1, and the topic was triple integration. I was fumbled and सोच रहा था कि ये क्या चल रहा है, what is this, and it was difficult for me that time. Anyhow, I tried to score average marks. I will not say good, but yes, it was a difficult course for me that time. At the same time, I had engineering drawing also, which was kind of exciting, and also we did have course of mechanics, which was also interesting. And for me, it was easy. For some others, it might be challenging, but yes, for my case, it was easy for me.
That's really important to know. So, moving on with it, can you tell us that how important are the internships that a student does during his mechanical engineering journey or probably post he's completed the course?
Like I said, आपने भी एक क्वेश्चन मुझे पूछा था कि like is theory and practical which should be prefer, and it should be balanced, like I said. So when we talk about internships, then it is considered as a practical kind of approach in it. So having internships and workshops is important in this particular field, or I'll say it's particular. I would say it's important in every all fields.
Absolutely, that is very, very important. Now, also, can you tell us one thing कि generally students जब कोई field choose करते हैं, let's say mechanical engineering or any other course that they are choosing, probably what is that one mistake that students should avoid?
So the common mistake जो यहाँ पे जितना मैंने सुना है या फिर होता है is taking this course under pressure. Pressure from your parents, let's say, or pressure from your relatives, कि आप वो बोलते कि नहीं आप इंजीनियरिंग ही करो या फिर आप डॉक्टर ही बनो या फिर वो करो कुछ करो, नहीं। हाँ, उनसे आप सलाह लीजिए, take advice from your parents, take advice from your friends, even take advice from your professors or some mentors who you believe in them, and make sure कि आप calmness और पूरे फैक्टर्स और सब कुछ स्टडी करके ये पर्टिकुलर डिसीजन लीजिए, एंड देन यू कैन मेक श्योर कि जब आप ये डिसीजन ले लिया, देन कीप अ मोटिव दैट यस आई एम गोइंग टू डू दिस एंड आई एम गोइंग टू शो एवरीवन दैट कि ये मैं करके दिखाऊंगा.
That's so true. Now, a very common or a generalized question that every student might think of, or probably every parent might think of, is like, let's say, if I go to a very ordinary college to complete my mechanical engineering, will I still be eligible to have a successful career, or whether the university name or the college name is going to make an impact on my career?
दैट्स नॉट ट्रू, आई वुड से कि आप यूनिवर्सिटी के नाम पे बेसिस पे कर रहे हो या फिर यू शुड मेक श्योर कि नहीं मुझे टॉप यूनिवर्सिटी में जाएगा तो ही मुझे टॉप जॉब है. आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स अ बिग फैक्टर, और इट्स यू नो इट्स ऑल अपॉन यू कि आपके पास क्या स्किल्स है जो आप स्टैंड आउट करते हैं बाकी सबसे. दैट मैटर्स अ लॉट इन दिस केस. Obviously, yes, you will have that privilege that कि हाँ मैं इस particular university से या इस particular school से पढ़ के आया हूँ and everything, आपका resume ऐसे built होगा. At the end, resume में आजकल ये check होता है that what kind of skills you bring for that particular role which you are looking for, and what kind of experience you do have in it.
Okay, so Rohan, can you tell us that what made you think that now, after completing my bachelor's, I should probably think for a master's? What was that turning point?
I would say that ki masters or planning for masters was done way before my bachelor's. Even I was thinking that shall I do my bachelor's also in some other country or what. But I chose to do bachelor's here, and then I decided that yes, let's go for masters to some other country or in abroad itself. And that decision was firm from very start. As like I said, when you take a decision, just make sure that you're firm on it and don't back out of it. Yes, you might fail, you might have some failures in it. You might have some moments कि like ठीक है जाने दो, नहीं होगा, छोड़ देते, कोई नहीं, क्या बोलेंगे लोग. So in that case, make sure that हाँ ऐसे आप बोल दिए, next day you should be like back on it. Yeah, okay, let's think about it again and go for it.
That's like a super awesome thing that you've told for all the students and viewers here, that you should be really passionate about your course. Never ever give up on what you start.
See, in this case, yeah, I mean, this all things comes when you have experienced some kind of things, but obviously, just keep calm and let go it with the flow. And yes, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. It's not going to be the end of world. Like this is my kind of perspective. कि let's have it in a calm, composure way.
Well, it's rightly said. Every success story has hundreds of failures. So you need to cross them, you need to overcome them, and then one day will be the day where you can say that, yes, I have successfully completed something. So the happiness to that is probably a whole new feeling. So Rohan, now you have to tell us one other important thing.
Yeah.
Like when you decided that I want to do my master, so you decided that overseas was the place you want to do
Yes.
it. So how did you come to a conclusion that you want to go to UK to complete your masters?
I started my bachelor's in 2017, which was due to end at 2021, and it ended at 2021, which is a four-year course. But as we all know that in 2020, COVID was hit. And due to that reason, my preparation for doing German language, which is necessary for going to Germany, that got interrupted, or which could not happen in that case. So at that time, I had to drop the idea of Germany. So the next option was USA and UK. Again, same situation for USA was that it has high capital cost, or let's say high investment. But at that time, I was not able to do that kind of investment. Let's say, coming to the point that why I chose UK is that it's not because of let's say obviously that's an advantage that it has low investment cost, but although they have a lot of nice courses, or let's say which is detailed structure of courses where they make sure that you are focused on it and the concept behind every topic is being taught to you. So the courses जो UK में थे, they were tailored or they were designed in such a way that it looks like that ki, yes, I would like to have that course which will make my kind of skills which I wanted to have make more better and learn new kind of things. तो उसमें जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल I always wanted to learn about automation and industry 4.0, and that was there as a specific course in my master's studies.
So Rohan, can you also tell us that, let's say if a student is planning to pursue his masters, so how early should the student start preparing for the process? I mean, how much time does it actually take?
Usually, I think the perfect time would be in late first year or second year of your studies. So let's say in engineering, as it is a 4-year course in bachelor's, if you start from second year, then you can be very well prepared of what you want to do. Now, these questions have two perspective or two kind of roads we see. There are people or there are students who do masters as soon as they complete their bachelor's, and there are some students who do masters after taking some experience in India itself or after completing their bachelor's. So let's say I've done my bachelor's, I have got a campus placement or something like that, or any kind of job. Let's say I'll do it for a year or two, and then I might think of going for masters. So in this case, it's better that you plan out in the first year or second year that do you want to go, or what kind of approach do you want. Do you want to take the first road, which is as soon as you complete your bachelor's, let's dive into masters, or you might want to take some exposure or experience that how this particular field works or what you can do new in your life, and then you can go for your masters after taking some experience or some break. That's totally correct.
Okay, so basically there's no hard and fast requirement wherein
Yes.
students should probably either do it at the time, like immediately post their bachelor's,
Yes.
or they can have a gap of 2-3 years, have some good work experience, and
Sure.
then they
Yeah.
can plan. Okay, now coming to the most important question over here, what is the basic entry criteria? Like if you want to choose any university in the overseas, also, are there any entrance exams or proficiency exams that are mandatory for a student?
Yes, there are mandatory exams. Depends upon the country basically. So अगर आप US जाने चाहते हो, so the first thing is GRE. सेकेंड थिंग इज इंग्लिश प्रोफिशिएंसी लैंग्वेज, जिसमें यूजुअली फॉर यूएसए इट इज टोफल, और एंड फॉर यूरोपियन कंट्रीज इट इज IELTS. And then the third point is your grades, or let's say कि आप you have completed a degree with having a grades above 7 CGPA.
Okay, so this is true that your CGPA does make a difference if you are
Mhm.
planning to get admission.
Yes, it does make an impact on what kind of university you choose.
Okay, so Rohan, now can you
Mhm.
tell us what were your entry requirements while you opted to do your masters in UK?
So in UK, you don't have to do some entry kind of examination such as GRE. So there is no such kind of GRE in UK itself. Second thing, for English proficiency test, I had a waiver for it, so I didn't have to give any other kind of exam for it. And I just required to give an ATAS certificate for particular course of it.
Okay, now can you just brief us what is a ATAS certificate and why is it required?